Well, we're finding it to be pretty bullish. A lot of people, there's a lot of excitement about the industry. What resources are you investing in right now?
Well, we're investing in all the resources. I mean, in fact, this is one of the few conferences that I can come to and be a bull. Because I'm normally associated with a bear because I'm talking about the problems in the economy and the problems in the markets, but I've always been bullish, or at least for a long time, on precious metals and other natural resources, and so I remain very bullish, especially after last year's market. I obviously didn't anticipate such a large decline in the price of gold and silver, but I look at it as an opportunity. I'm not, really bothered by it. I think it's great for those of us who really understand the big picture, who want to be able to increase our positions in these sectors. I certainly have a much bigger personal stake in a lot of these companies going into 2014 than I had going into 2013. And I like all the natural resource sectors, agriculture, energy, but I think precious metals really are the most out of favor right now, and you've got so many of the big firms that are so negative on gold and silver in particular, that I think the sentiment has never been more favorable from a contrarian point of view. You've got so many people lined up against it, and I think the fundamentals really have never been more bullish for precious metals, even more bullish than they were 12, 13 years ago when the bull market got started. I think that the real problems in the economy are looming much larger than they were at any time in the last decade or so, and fewer people really seem to understand the nature of what's going on, and you have more people that have been fooled into a false sense of confidence that was at a very high level going into the 2008 financial crisis. But that level of complacency and confidence in central banks is even greater now, and I think all the people that were blindsided in 08, it's going to happen again, only this crisis is going to be worse. And instead of gold and silver going down, because that really, gold and silver had rallied for years prior to the 08 financial crisis. Then when the crisis hit, there was some profit taking, and the rally resumed in 2009. I think this time when the crisis hits, there's just going to be buying. There's not going to be profit taken because most people don't have the profits anymore, or they've sold. So I think a lot of people are going to be buying into the next crisis, because I also think it'll be more of a dollar crisis and a U.S. Treasury crisis than it will be just a real estate or financial crisis.